Welcome to the Steamers podcast. I am your host, along with GM and head coach Shelby. And before I start this is the third episode. This is a real podcast. This is no trade talk. I didn't trade another player yet. But before I get into all that, I want to give a special shout out to my girlfriend. Her name is Alyssa. Give her a shout out. She's the best girl in the world. So that takes care of that. But really, the future of this team part two, I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I've been getting a lot of it's not hate to me, it's funny because people just don't get what team building is. Yes, I did trade away Max Moore, he's 24, and this is funny to me because I got 2 first round picks for him. If I would have Mark wouldn't have done this trade if he was like us right now. A bad defense, good offense. Mark wouldn't have done that trade. I know that for a fact. So if you're in rebuilding mode, you want picks. You don't want players. The reason I traded for Jose Kaepernick is because of a depth player. Or a depth, not depth. Depth. It could be the starter. I'm not a believer in Colton Waxworth. I'm not. I'll give him a shot. I really feel like I should trade him, but I'm going to give him a shot this season because I could be wrong. And I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. If a player, if this, I could be wrong on this whole thing. I could be wrong. I could be this trades cannot work out. And if I get fired, I'll come out like a man and say, you know what, I was wrong. I'll try again next time. But I know deep down I'm right about doing this. This is the right way to go about this. And while everyone's freaking out and just going haywire, I'm sitting here cool, calm, collected, and this is my team that I'm working on. It doesn't make any sense. It actually makes me laugh. It does. This made my night. But if you're in rebuilding mode, especially on the defense isn't easy to build. I'll tell you in Madden, it's not easy. You have to watch these players like a hawk because if you don't, you may end up cutting the wrong player. And you never want to do that. You never want to cut a player just to cut him. You got to have a specific reason on why you want to cut these players. Maybe they're old. Maybe they're just not producing. And I'm telling you, I think this trade will work out just fine. Max Ford was 24, had no development. I could understand maybe if he was superstar. If he was superstar development, I wouldn't have traded him away. But since he had no development, he's going to develop slowly while the other team will be up here and he'll be down there. So in the end, he could have been holding us back. I'm not denying the fact that he's a good defensive tackle. In fact, it wouldn't shock me one bit if he made the Pro Bowl. It wouldn't. But the fact of the matter is, I needed picks. And I'm not going to trade away a 31-year-old for picks. I'm not going to. Or a 33-year-old, whatever, you know what it is. So my hands were tied on this one. I had no choice. I had to pull the trigger. So in order to rebuild, you have to have picks. My philosophy, picks over the draft over free agency always. It gives you a chance to mold your own players. And you can say you built the right way instead of just signing free agents over and over again. And you're young, incredibly. And you develop faster. If you have a team full of 31-year-olds or 30-year-olds, you're not going to develop as quick. I'm planning on doing more trades. I could trade the 32nd overall pick, the first round pick I just got, I don't think there's a Stephen rule in this league, but I could trade that pick for someone decent. But probably odds are I'm probably going to keep it. It depends on who's there. If uh, Jack Higgins isn't going to be there, it'd be amazing if he fell to 20. It would be. I would take him, no doubt. But he's not going to fall to 20. I actually have him going number 2 in the draft, so that ain't going to happen. I could trade down. Well, no, I could trade up and try and get him, but it's not going to happen. But that's it for this podcast. I just want to clear everything up. We're fine. I mean, I have a specific set stone plan for this franchise. I do. I'm not afraid one bit. I know that I said my season goal has changed now. Before I traded Max Moore, I said, you know what? If we do keep the old guys, we'll win 10 games. But then I realized something. I realized this is not the correct way to build a team. It's not. If you have a defense full of aging veterans, sure, you'll be good now. What happens in 2 or 3 years when they all regress? Then you'll be stuck in a hole. You'll have a bad draft pick. You won't be able to do anything with it. And we got to remember, this is Madden. Anything can happen. The Thunderbirds could, who knows? LC3 could go down and they could be a 5-win team. Guess what? The draft pick I just traded for will be a top 5 draft pick, probably. So we all got to take this with a grain of salt before we jump to any conclusions. The Condors pick could be bad too. We don't know. We got to wait till the season starts. When the season ends, if the Thunderbirds was 12-4 or something, then you could probably say maybe he could have gotten more. But until then, I'm pretty proud of myself. I traded for 4 first-round picks in less than a month. Less than a month. Who here could say they done that? Nobody can. I'm the first one to do it in the RFL, I'm pretty sure. Not to take anything away from the other coaches, because I respect them a lot too. But that's all I have to say. I'm oh wait, I forgot. Yeah. I was gonna say my whole thing has changed. I realized that you can't just do that. You gotta build from the ground up. You gotta put in the hard work. And I am willing to do that. We may be bad now, but the future is looking bright for us. It is. It's really looking bright. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. And just remember, if you stick with us now, you can say, when we win the relocation bowl in the future, you can say, I've been here through the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's all I have to say.